Well, good news. More Need for Speed Most Wanted 05 streaming. Bad news. Saboteur's fucking OBS is fucking AIDS at streaming the Saboteur for some fucking apparent reason. Fucking pissing me off. OBS, I fucking hate OBS. OBS needs to change up their game, whereas I could stream, it's the Saboteur. They need to at least update their site or something. Because look, I know I could simply play this game because it's a much more lower quality based game. But I've done a few streams where I could play GTA 4. And despite the fact that it was laggy in that game, I could at least still play through it. Regardless of how much lag it had or... I'm not gonna bother with that. I could wait another day. I am not in the mood to be dealing with that shit right now. Honestly, I fucking hate this stupid fucking streaming site. I mean, the one thing I was anticipating so far was to stream through some more Saboteur gameplay. And maybe I would be able to enjoy the game a little bit more. Just like how I was able to do so on my previous stream, the very first one. But no! Apparently, the game fucking hates OBS. Let me try doing something real quick. They were gonna have it set on that, but I'm not even gonna bother play the game yet. Gonna have to conduct more more tests. So yeah, that's gonna wait another day. Fuck my life. Cause you know, never mind me trying to get through the game. The Streamlabs always has a fucking heart attack over stupid shit like that. And here I wonder why. I think it was this race that caused my game to crash. Like the blacklist. All I know is that I'm just annoyed right now. Today was just gonna be ordinary and for me to just get through one simple game, but that's gonna have to wait another day, considering the fact that I'm not going back on what I said about streaming the Saboteur. Unless I get it fixed, then that's another story. But right now I'm not streaming it because it's being a problematic bitch towards OBS for some twisted reason. And OBS needs to at least find some way where they could actually make it somewhat compatible for me to stream that game without too much of an issue. Like, if I could stream GTA 4 without too much issue on my previous few streams, then that's that. There's none of this, oh, the frame drops or the buffering and all that. No, there wasn't any excuses for OBS to shut down while I was streaming on GTA 4. So there shouldn't be an issue. There shouldn't be an excuse as to why Saboteur shouldn't work. Besides, they're both roughly released nearly to the same year. Maybe a 1-year difference between the two games. But the Saboteur is not all too fucking fancy that should just, I don't know, stop the streaming for some twisted reason. Like, I don't get the logic behind all that. I just want to stream that game, but yet it doesn't want to let me. I'm gonna check later on, see what the problem is, but for now I'm just gonna stream this game a little bit more because I still want to try to beat the game. Luckily, still, the game wasn't all too lost. I didn't have to re-download it. I didn't have to restart the whole entire game. And we did it. But
It's me. Look, I know you talked to Razor. Don't let him throw you off. He's just messing with you. Stay on top of your game. You take care of the racing, and I'll take care of the rest. I have plans. Later. On call sign. Up.
oh yeah, I am racing against Ronald. I'm racing against Ronald Reagan. No, not really. I like to fool around. I think it was this race that caused the game to crash. If my memory served correctly, it was most likely an eliminator race. It was probably this one. I'm trying to rethink real quickly as to what race caused me to crash. I'm still a long way from catching up to Razor because I have Ronnie and then I have Bull. And then Razor's up as the last one. But I'm trying to recap. Like, what caused from the last stream, what race event caused me to crash? Last I remember, I think it was like I think it was this one. I think it was this knockout race. Oh wait, actually, it most likely is. Caused my game to crash, and I didn't really stream for the rest of the day after that one stream. Unless I decide... Oh yeah, I think I decided to stream some Saboteur later after that one. Which I still don't get how it worked for the first part of the stream, but yet the second part doesn't even want to work at all. But regardless, I'm just nearing in on this one. Gonna finish these few. Probably catch up to Razor, if possible. Beat him, and that should do for the Need for Speed Most Wanted. Then we got the Flat Out, and then we got Need for Speed Underground 1, and then Street Racing Syndicate. Those few games that I want to stream. Cause why not? You know? This gives me an issue again as to crashing. Then it most likely is just one of the race events and I can't really progress through the game at all. That means I'm gonna have to not stream this game anymore and end up skipping the stream flat out too. I don't want to do that, but I mean if I'm not left with a choice, then I gotta do it. Now, Flat Out 2, the one car challenge, I'm not too certain if it's gonna be that easy. I mean, to say the least, by my thinking. Oh yeah, you guys may be wondering why I'm not gonna be streaming some Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown or make any videos upon it. And the reason as to why is just really simple, as far as many people know. So if you don't know, then I'll let you know right now. Because a small little rumor that comes from that game is that apparently, this is just me. Apparently, the game is gonna have the same thing that the Crew series and Need for Speed 2015 has overall. A requirement of playing with an internet connection just to play that game. Ultimately, this is disappointing, and that's why I don't want to play that game. I mean, let's be real. The gameplay looks good, somewhat. Graphics could probably do a little bit of a reworking, but not bad either. The environment is kind of interesting. But it's just the fact that Nikon and Kylotin planning on doing online only just for that game specifically is not gonna cut it for me. Like, that's not gonna do. Hello. That's not gonna sit in very well for me. So unless Nikon and Kylotin makes an update patch for single player, then maybe later on in the future I'll try to get that game and then play through it for a little bit. But until then, I'm not gonna get it anytime soon. It's better to be safe than sorry, as far as I could say. Actually, and to think about it, if the game's servers were shut down, like this could tie. I cannot say this will tie in the same way as to how Ubisoft done the same with the first Crew game, but it is possible. The question would be, what if Nikon and Kylotin ended up shutting down that game some point later on in the future? The Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, in other words. What if they shut down that game later on in the future, and they eventually, and there's no offline patch, and for the people that bought that game, what if Nikon and Kylotin did Ubisoft and just cut off the licensing and preventing refunds to go by? Like, what if that happens? I mean, like, I know I have a lot of what ifs, but you know, it's just it's just me thinking that gaming nowadays sucks, and basically it does. How the racing games nowadays are not really going by very well. Like, they're not sitting in. The Forza, ever since Motorsport, it has become an evident cash grab one way or another. And not a lot of things were created from scratch from the very beginning of that game's development. On an online service, a live service just to play that game. Like, come on, man. If the previous Motorsports didn't have that, why should this one be special? The Horizon, from what I've heard, Horizon 5 had a rocky beginning, and I'm not really even surprised about that. Of course, a few updates did make the game somewhat better, but nah, it's whatever. Need for Speed? Oh, don't even get me started on Need for Speed nowadays. The community complains about it not being based on what Black Box did. Some people would even say that some of the aspects of the modern day Need for Speed games would even be better than what we have. I can't name who would say that, but there is some people who would do that. Actually, one individual I could name would just be Black Panther, because he said that about 2015 Payback and Heat in comparison to all the other older Black Box games. Gran Turismo, I don't even keep track on that crap. Mind that I do play the PS2 version, the PS2, like I have 1, 2, and 3 on the PS2, and I don't have Gran Turismo 4. I do need to get that at one point. If I could even find it on sale, and then just buy the game from there on then. But yeah, I don't know how things worked around in Gran Turismo's side of things. The crew, not really in my tastes, and let's not forget that Ubisoft is involved with a heavy heavy dumpster fire of controversy in regards to the first game. So we already know that. That's just about it for the racing games. I don't know. Nowadays, I'm just losing hope for certain racing games nowadays. Like Need for Speed was not... Need for Speed was one of the few games that I was extremely disappointed about. Needless to say, the fact that it wasn't, like, as soon as Black Box was done, then Black Box was done. It's whatever, right? But how it's being ran nowadays is just really it's just like disappointing at best. The Forza, the last one I've ever played was the 4th game. Mind you, I've only played the 3rd and 4th one. But really, it's most likely gonna be the fourth game that eventually where things go from good to bad in regards to the Forza series. Thus, Forza Horizon 5, it didn't have really much of a good start. It was kind of buggy from the very beginning, as I was hearing from some people. Motorsport, apparently the reboot, I say, is, I would say that, well, not apparently to this, but apparently it's just called the reboot. That game's been involved in some dumb crap, and there's a lot of things that hasn't been even finished and whatnot by the studios, by Turn 10, who in which case is obviously working on that game for certain. Like, there's still a lot of bugs and glitches inside of that. And the details of the vehicles inside of that game are just, like, bad at some point. Some of the stuff you may have seen in the trailers before didn't really get into the game. Which falls, to me, it just looks like it fell underneath false advertising. And yes, I did see Shiny Odds' video about the game. And a requirement for internet connection. Basically, live service. A paid game with live service just to play through it. So what happens do you get banned inside of that game? Well, the one thing I can say is that you sure as hell can't play multiplayer, or you can't play the campaign, or whatever the hell may lie to be the case. Because believe me, there's a lot of things that the studios decide to put underneath one single wall, and that's a connection requirement wall. I don't know. It's still, the more I think of it, the more I just want to lose hope on. Like, the more I just want to feel unconfident about modern day racing games. If that makes any sense to you guys. You know, that conversation didn't even leave me to concentrate. Led me to no concentration. Maybe at the very end of all of those other games, though. Like after Flatout 2, after Need for Speed Underground, and after Street Racing Syndicate, I might do some streaming of Need for Speed Carbon. Might. That doesn't mean I will, for certain. The reason why is because that game is more problematic compared to the other Need for Speed titles I've played before. Because compared to this one, that one crashes more often if I have to say. It is this race that caused me to crash. Like, Carbon has more chances of crashing at some certain point, more than this game ever does. That, or it's just me that thinks that. the hell is that? Did anyone see that blue thing? What the hell was that thing? I swear my mind is not playing tricks on me. I was driving through in this course, and then I went through the sewers, and then I saw that blue, whatever the hell that was. I don't even get it. What was that? Is that like some sort of glitch? A wall? An unfinished wall, maybe? A doorway through the sewers, or something like that? Like, I don't get it. What was that? Oh, you could just fuck off, German piece of shit. I got this race done. Apps. Jeez, it used to be more simpler when we usually do 3 laps. And it's like each and every single time I progress through this, it just intentionally gets more harder to play through. I just see that Porsche go flying. Nice job, Carrera. Dum-dum. Or Cayman, not a Carrera. Come on. There we go. I've been trying to play World. Oh? How was it? Oh yeah! I downloaded the softbox, but I didn't know what to do. Now trying to set it up was the hard part. I don't really remember too much. But what I do know is that after you install it, you're gonna need to make an account with that. I mean, it's pretty obvious as it seems, because much how like in the original world, you have to do that when you were trying to play the game. So you got to do the same thing with the Soapbox Race World, is to make an account. But installation process, I don't really remember too much. I don't have the same PC skills as you do. Yeah, but my memory from trying to enter it to install the whole entire game is like really rusty. At best, I think I remember just searching up a YouTube video and just doing that, and it's just about it. That was when I was trying to install Soapbox once before. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I do remember it was a long time ago that I needed a YouTube video in order to install it, because I didn't have prior knowledge as to how Soapbox actually worked and how to get it installed. That much I could say. I did download the launchers from Night Rider's site, but same thing. Hmm. Damn it, I hate this race. Let's see, if we're talking about Soapbox, local disk, SBRW, then install the game launcher from there, and that's all I did from that point on once before. But besides that, I don't really know. On the Discord, this guy said I had to connect the launcher to the game, but I didn't find it. I tried searching it through, and I used a video just a grid reference to see how to install it. But where's the door? Either that, or the files are just somewhat messed up or something. I don't really know. I had to search through on YouTube and see what happens, or maybe I did search it up online to find out what my solution is. Either one of those two, I don't really remember. I didn't want to have to do that drag race over and over again. Feels like torture, if anything. Hopefully for the long run I don't have to do that again. And by that I mean another drag race. I feel like Ronnie's gonna have a drag race one way or another. Call it a hunch. If I did, I couldn't get there even step by step. It's a personal problem of mine. Sometimes we could think that going by step, like, it requires patience. And at some extent, some of us, maybe even most of us, don't have time to be patient just to go through with the whole entire process. That, of course, being said, in regards to, as of right now, the current topic, the Soapbox Race World installation. Or maybe even anything else for the matter of hand. Like, you're trying to get through, you're trying to unzip everything, and you're trying to get yourself to actually use what you have right there. But the main problem you have is that there's a process of everything, and it goes by step by step, and it requires patience just for us to go through that. Now, I get it, most of us don't have very much patience, but if we want for that to work, then we have no other choice but to try to do as much as we possibly can, despite the fact that some of us might run out of patience real quickly at one point. But when it comes to, well, I don't know. When you try to I needed someone with me or with the team viewer to do it. I needed a video for most things. I mean, either way, we have our own ways as to how we do all this stuff. The installation processes and stuff like that. What the hell? What the hell?
A possible code 6 suspect was just seen heading eastbound through the project. Units to attend.
Did I just... I'm seeing things.
Any more details there? Suspect in a blue Corvette.
I'm
10-6.
Yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Suspect 1042. Repeat, 1042.
I'm stuck. I think I'll just take this one for once.
Units, slow down. Code 4 arrest. Suspect is in custody.
I honestly don't know what I was expecting from that kind of thing. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, great cops. No, never mind the cops. Perfect timing. Oh, what the hell was that? I think I need to get that part as a clip and then just... I don't know, make a short of it or something like that. Weirdest moment I've ever seen in my life, and that is one. At least they help you from getting stuck like Help Me Step Bro style. Oh god, no, don't even remind me of that. Uh, Either I would make that as a short, or maybe make some sort of animation of such.
Attention Channel 2. We just received a report of a code 6
Yeah, this
vehicle
race
southbound
has
on
maximum probability of
Clear
cops.
assembly, please.
So, without further ado, let's see how this is gonna do. Let's see how this is gonna go.
For vehicle description, we got no make or model at this time.
Oh, it's a Corvette. You busted the same car earlier. Sometimes when things like that happen, which is rarely, you ever wonder the one magician named Houdini being behind all that kind of stuff.
Copy, Delta 21. Units have detailed and are en route. PCMVA here, we lost the unit. Suspect is in the park, it is. 1036, suspect side. Again, 1036, suspect side swiped my vehicle.
I did not sideswipe your vehicle. I did not take your biscuit. The thing when it comes to games like these, I hardly ever encounter random things that happen like that.
Delta 28. Request an update on.
As a matter of fact, I think everyone else is on the same page too. You don't normally see a trailer upside down just to eventually eat your whole entire car. That's as much as I could say. About the soapbox situation, it's like me climbing up the stairs and giving up.
Trying to catch up here. Cover units be advised. Vehicle was last reported heading northbound past the stadium. Containment to be set up a 10-block radius. Stand by for updates.
Man, I gotta lay off the pills. I'm seeing shit. That's probably what the cop was thinking when he saw the car. He saw my car underneath that trailer, and it's stuck. It's stuck getting eaten by the trailer. So my truck driver was like, "What the hell is going on over there?"
No, disregard my last. I got a visual. We're on him now. He's moving fast. Echo 15. With the pursuit now. There he is. I see him. Got him covered. Code. My soldier RVA.
The cop. I think I'm gonna do U-turn just to lose these guys. Why did I do another U-turn? Come on, boys. I got something for you. There you go. Someone distract me. You lost me.
On Highway 99. Squadron to be set up around the immediate area. Remaining units begin patrol within the zone.
Well, that's one milestone. The cop asks, like, would you like my help? I'll be like, yes. But then the cop's like, also, I gotta bust your ass. I'm like, aw.
South containment. 5-1 advises you go mobile. File and clear, please.
Hold on a moment. I need to rewatch that again. Why is it not letting me rewind back a little bit? Damn it. That's gonna be #1 headline of the whole entire channel for a while. A random moment at best. I'm probably able to see that live stream as soon as I'm done with it. Great speed trap races. My favorite. Oh, ha, ha. Why? Anyways, with that being said, my name is iShadow01, and I cannot understand why my streams are going by this badly this day. But I will say I tried to do as much as I possibly can, but I'm not even going to bother for the rest of the day. So with that being said, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and